Build in the dark. Let success be your noise. There's something undeniably magical about the quiet moments, the ones no one else sees. In a world so obsessed with instant results, applause, and recognition, I want to remind you of a timeless truth. The best work, the most meaningful work, is often done in the dark. Building in the dark means committing to your dreams without the need for validation. It's about waking up before the world, grinding when no one's watching, and sacrificing the comforts of today for the promise of tomorrow. You see, the spotlight doesn't create greatness, it reveals it. The real magic happens in the quiet spaces where you're laying the bricks of your future, one by one. Discipline is your companion in the shadows. There will be days when you'll question whether it's worth it, whether anyone will ever notice the hours, the effort, the sacrifices. But let me tell you, success isn't about being seen, it's about becoming. It's about the person you transform into while you're doing the work. The noise of the world can be deafening, can't it? The opinions, the expectations, the pressure to share your every move. But hear this, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Let your work be your voice. Let your success be the proof that you were always enough. It takes courage to stay focused when no one is clapping. It takes faith to keep going when the results aren't visible yet. But those who have the strength to endure the silence are the ones who will stand tallest when the noise finally comes. And when your success does speak, when it shouts from the rooftops and echoes through the corridors of your life, people will call it overnight. They'll say, "How did they do it so quickly?" But you'll know the truth. You'll know that every inch of that success was earned in the dark with quiet, consistent, unwavering effort. So keep building, keep dreaming, keep striving. Trust that your season of noise will come. And when it does, it won't just be a moment, it will be a symphony, a testament to the work you did when no one was watching. Build in the dark, my friends. Let success be your noise. There is an undeniable power in the quiet moments when you're working on your dreams without anyone watching. It's in these moments when no one is clapping or commenting on your progress that the foundation for extraordinary success is laid. In a world that thrives on instant validation and recognition, we often overlook the strength found in solitude, in working privately, and in putting in the time when there's no one to impress. But here's the truth. Success isn't born from the attention you get. It's born from the effort you put in even when no one is looking. When you work in private, you're not distracted by the opinions of others. You're not worried about how your efforts will be perceived or how long it might take to reach your goals. You're free to focus on the task at hand, to experiment, to learn, and to grow without the weight of external judgment. There's no pressure to perform. It's just you, your vision, and the work. The silence that surrounds you in these moments is powerful because it allows you to listen to your inner voice, to trust yourself, and to cultivate a deep sense of belief in your abilities. When you work in private, you can make mistakes without feeling embarrassed. You can refine your skills without fearing criticism. This is where true mastery happens, when no one is watching and you're free to fail, learn, and succeed on your own terms. This private work also fosters resilience. The path to extraordinary success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with setbacks, obstacles, and challenges that test your strength and determination. When you build in the dark, you learn how to persevere when things aren't going well. You develop the emotional fortitude to keep going even when the end result seems far away. You build strength not from easy wins, but from the quiet moments of persistence, when you choose to show up and give your best even when it seems no one is noticing. The key to extraordinary success is the willingness to put in the hard work behind the scenes, knowing that it will eventually pay off. It's trusting the process when the results aren't immediate. And it's recognizing that growth happens in the quiet spaces. In those moments, you're not just working on your craft, you're building character, discipline, and the mindset that will carry you through the toughest times. These are the moments that shape your future. When success does come, and it will feel earned because it was built from the ground up in silence with every ounce of your effort. It will be the result of countless hours spent in private, refining your vision and staying committed to your goals, no matter the outside noise. Working in private is where you lay the groundwork for your greatest achievements. And it's from this quiet effort that your success will rise. True growth is not found in the applause, the accolades, or the recognition. It is found in the quiet, deliberate process of showing up every day and doing the work that matters. When you focus on the process, you release yourself from the weight of external validation. Instead, you center your energy on what you can control, the effort, the consistency, and the intention behind every step you take. Growth is rarely glamorous. It doesn't happen on stages or in moments of celebration. It happens in the early mornings when you push yourself to get out of bed despite feeling tired. It happens in the late nights when you stay behind to refine what others might have deemed good enough. It happens in the sacrifices you make, the moments you trade comfort for progress, knowing that the work you're putting in today will shape who you become tomorrow. The beauty of focusing on the process is that it keeps you grounded. It keeps you connected to your purpose rather than the fleeting opinions of others. Applause is temporary. It fades as quickly as it comes. But the skills, the discipline, and the character you develop during the process stay with you. They become a part of who you are. Every setback you navigate, every mistake you learn from, every small improvement you make along the way becomes a building block for your future success. When you're committed to the process, you begin to see the value in the small, often overlooked victories. You find joy in the progress you make, even if it's not yet visible to the outside world. You celebrate the effort you put in because you know it's not about the applause. It's about becoming better than you were yesterday. This mindset allows you to grow from within, unhindered by the need to please others or prove your worth. The process demands patience, and patience is where true growth resides. It's in the moments of repetition, in the practice that feels mundane, in the incremental steps that may seem insignificant at first, but ultimately lead to transformation. Growth isn't about chasing perfection or rushing to a finish line. It's about embracing the journey, understanding that the person you become in the process is more important than any applause you might receive at the end. Behind the scenes, where no one is watching, you have the freedom to fail without fear and to rise again with greater strength. You can experiment, refine, and explore without the pressure of performing for an audience. This is where the most profound growth takes place, away from the spotlight, where you can truly focus on becoming the best version of yourself. The process teaches you resilience, adaptability, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when the results are not yet visible. Discipline in the shadows is a quiet and profound art. It's the ability to show up every single day, not for recognition, but for the sheer commitment to your goals. It's the hours you spend refining your craft when no one else is there to cheer you on. It's the decisions you make to prioritize your growth, even when they go unnoticed by the outside world. Discipline isn't about what you do when the world is watching. It's about what you do when it's just you, your effort, and your vision for the future. In the shadows, discipline becomes a source of strength. It teaches you to rely on yourself, to build trust in your ability to persevere, and to hold yourself accountable to the promises you've made. It's not glamorous, and it's certainly not easy. It's about choosing the path of consistency over comfort, showing up even when motivation fades, and finding the will to keep going when progress feels slow. Resilience is forged in these quiet moments of dedication. Every time you push through doubt, every time you overcome the urge to quit, you are building the emotional and mental fortitude that will sustain you through life's challenges. The shadows are where you learn to weather the storms, where you discover your capacity to adapt, and where you develop the patience to endure. Unseen dedication shapes you in ways that public recognition never could. It strips away the need for external validation and forces you to rely on the power within. This is where you cultivate grit, the unyielding determination to keep moving forward despite the odds. Discipline in the shadows sharpens your focus, helping you tune out distractions and prioritize what truly matters. It allows you to channel your energy into growth, into progress, and into becoming the person you were meant to be. The art of discipline requires humility. Humility because it demands that you work without applause. It requires faith because the results are not always immediate. And it requires this vision because you have to trust that the unseen effort you're putting in now will manifest as something extraordinary. In the shadows, you are free to make mistakes, to try and fail, and to try again without fear of judgment. It's in this space of quiet persistence that strength and resilience are built. Dedication that goes unseen is never wasted. Every moment spent in disciplined effort is an investment in your future self. The shadows, far from being a place of isolation, are a space of transformation, a space where you grow, evolve, and prepare for the challenges ahead. When you embrace discipline in the shadows, you step into a process that is as much about building character as it is about achieving goals. It's a process that demands focus, effort, and sacrifice, but above all, offers the opportunity to grow into the kind of person who can not only endure, but thrive. In today's world, the noise is constant. They're the voices of others telling you what you should do, where you should go, and who you should be. They're the distractions, social media, the pressures to keep up, the expectations of society that pull your attention away from what truly matters. It's easy to get lost in the noise, to let it shape your actions and decisions. But true success, true fulfillment, comes when you learn how to block it out and stay focused on your purpose. Blocking out the noise requires intentionality. It requires that you be aware of the distractions in your life and make the conscious choice to turn them down or remove them altogether. It means setting boundaries that protect your energy and your time. It means saying no to things that don't align with your vision and prioritizing what truly serves your purpose. The more intentional you are about guarding your focus, the more clarity you gain about what really matters. Distractions are often disguised as opportunities. There's always something vying for your attention, whether it's a new project, a person asking for your help, or the next trend that everyone is talking about. But not every opportunity is meant for you. Learning to tune out the noise means understanding that just because something is available doesn't mean it's your path to take. It's about recognizing that not every invitation is for your journey. And it's okay to pass on things that don't align with your long-term goals. And my goals, Nikki, were for when you block out the noise, you create space to listen to yourself. You reconnect with your inner voice, the one that knows your true desires, the one that has a clear vision of your purpose. In the quiet, you can hear your instincts and intuition guiding you, helping you make decisions that are aligned with who you are and what you're meant to do. The noise outside may try to pull you in different directions, but in the stillness of your own thoughts, you find clarity and direction. Staying committed to your purpose means being willing to ignore the distractions, even when they feel urgent. It's about remembering that your journey is unique to you. No one else's timeline or experience should dictate the pace or direction of your life. The pressure to fit in, to please others, or to rush toward an imagined finish line will always exist. But your purpose is your compass. When you tune out the noise, you let that inner guidance be your only measure of success. Blocking out the noise also means being mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Energy is contagious, and the people you spend time with have a direct impact on your focus. Are they encouraging you to stay true to your purpose, or are they contributing to the distractions? It's important to evaluate the influences around you and decide which ones help you stay aligned with your goals and which ones drain your energy or steer you off course. Now, the more you block out the noise, the more you create a space for your purpose to flourish. You begin to realize that the distractions, although loud, are temporary. The noise may seem overwhelming at times, but it's fleeting. Your commitment to your purpose, however, is what will sustain you in the long run. When you stay true to yourself and continue to block out what doesn't serve you, you open yourself up to the incredible power of focus and dedication. Faith in the unseen is one of the greatest challenges, yet it is also one of the most profound acts of strength. It's easy to believe in something when you can see it, when the progress is clear, when the rewards are tangible, but the real test of your spirit is whether you can keep moving forward when the results are hidden, when the path feels uncertain, and when every step seems to lead you deeper into the unknown. Trusting the journey requires a deep belief in the process. It's about knowing that the seeds you're planting today will one day bear fruit, even if you don't yet see the signs of growth. Faith in the unseen is understanding that progress doesn't always look like forward motion. Sometimes it looks like setbacks, like moments of stillness, or like taking a step back to gain a better perspective. But even in those moments, something is happening beneath the surface. When you have faith in the unseen, you release the need to control every detail of the outcome. You allow yourself to trust that your effort, your intention, and your commitment are creating something meaningful, even if you can't yet measure it. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about continuing to move forward despite the questions. It's about showing up, doing the work, and believing that the universe, or whatever higher power you hold dear, is aligning things for your good. The unseen is where growth takes place. Think of a seed planted in the soil. It doesn't sprout overnight. It lies beneath the surface, hidden from view, while its roots take hold and its foundation is built. If you judged its progress by what you could see, you might think nothing was happening. But beneath the soil, there's life, there's movement, and there's preparation for something incredible to emerge. Faith in the unseen is believing in your roots, knowing they're getting stronger, even if no one else can see them yet. Trusting the journey also means being patient with yourself. Growth is not a race, it's a process. When you rush to see results, you risk skipping over the lessons that are meant to prepare you for what's ahead. Faith allows you to embrace the pace of your own journey, knowing that the timing of your success will be perfect, even if it doesn't align with your expectations. The unseen is not a void. It's a space of transformation where you're being shaped into the person you need to become. Doubt will inevitably creep in. There will be moments when the unseen feels like emptiness, when the lack of visible results makes you question your path. But faith is what carries you through those moments. It's the quiet assurance that your effort is not in vain, that the work you're putting in now is laying the groundwork for something greater. Faith in the unseen teaches you resilience because it asks you to keep going, even when the external signs of progress are nowhere to be found. This kind of faith is not passive, it's active. It's not about waiting idly for results to appear. It's about doing your part, putting in the work, staying consistent and remaining open to growth while trusting that the universe is handling the rest. Faith in the unseen is a partnership between you and the journey itself. It's the belief that as long as you're giving your best, the path will eventually reveal itself. Ethicist people doesn't think, it's not like that in most of his story. And the path is something that every great achievement, every incredible transformation began as something unseen. Behind every success story is a period of waiting, of working, of believing without evidence. The unseen is not the absence of progress, it's the incubation of greatness. Faith in the unseen means recognizing that the work you're doing today, though hidden from view, is paving the way for the fulfillment of your purpose. Setbacks are inevitable. They are the moments when life doesn't go as planned, when doors close unexpectedly, and when failure seems to overshadow your efforts. But what defines your journey is not the setbacks themselves. It's how you choose to respond to them. Setbacks have the power to stop you in your tracks, but they also have the potential to become the very thing that propels you forward. Quiet perseverance is the bridge that transforms failure into success, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and redirection. Every setback carries a lesson, but it's up to you to uncover it. It might not be obvious in the moment, especially when the sting of disappointment feels overwhelming. But perseverance requires looking beyond the immediate pain to see the bigger picture. Setbacks often reveal areas for growth, push you to refine your approach, and teach you resilience. They can show you what isn't working so you can focus on what will. Quiet perseverance allows you to absorb these lessons without being consumed by the noise of failure. Turning setbacks into stepping stones begins with reframing how you see failure. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback, it's a signal that something needs to change, whether it's your strategy, your mindset, or even your goals. Quiet perseverance means accepting failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a necessary part of the process. It's about understanding that success isn't a straight line. It's a series of adjustments, detours, and moments of recalibration. Perseverance also requires humility. It takes courage to face setbacks head-on, to admit when something hasn't worked, and to keep going despite the fear of failing again. But in that humility lies strength. Quiet perseverance doesn't seek validation or applause for bouncing back. It's a personal commitment to your journey, a decision to keep moving forward no matter how many times you're knocked down. It's the quiet determination to rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Setbacks often feel like barriers, but they are also opportunities to build something new. They force you to get creative, to think outside the box, and to explore paths you might not have considered otherwise. Sometimes what feels like a roadblock is actually a detour leading you to a better destination. Quiet perseverance allows you to embrace these moments of redirection without losing sight of your ultimate goal. And so I start with that, with the player calling yourself and reminding you that what do you want out of this game? It's about staying focused on the bigger picture while adapting to the challenges along the way. There's power in the stillness of perseverance. When setbacks come, the temptation is often to react, to complain, to quit, or to make impulsive decisions out of frustration. But quiet perseverance asks you to pause, to reflect, and to approach the situation with intention. It's in those moments of stillness that clarity emerges. You begin to see the setback not as a wall, but as a stepping stone, a foundation on which you can build something stronger, something better. Turning setbacks into stepping stones also means celebrating small victories along the way. Success isn't always about the grand milestones. It's about the quiet progress you make even when no one else is watching. It's about recognizing that every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a triumph over the challenges you've faced. Quiet perseverance teaches you to find joy in the journey, to appreciate the strength you're building with every setback you overcome. The transformation from failure to success doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of showing up day after day, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Quiet perseverance is what keeps you grounded during the hard times, reminding you that every step, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goal. It's about believing in your ability to rise, to grow, and to turn even the toughest challenges into stepping stones toward your greatest achievements. In a world that celebrates instant gratification and public recognition, there's immense power in honoring your small wins quietly, without the need for an audience or applause. The rush to share every victory, no matter how small, is tempting, but it's in the silence of personal celebration that your true growth takes root. Learning to celebrate in silence is about recognizing the value of your journey, not for validation from others, but for the inner strength it fosters within yourself. Small wins are the building blocks of success. They may not seem significant in the grand scheme of things, but each small step forward is a crucial part of the larger process. Celebrating these moments privately allows you to fully acknowledge the effort it took to get there. It's easy to overlook the little victories when you're focused on the end goal, but it's those seemingly minor triumphs that carry the most important lessons. In the silence, you give yourself permission to reflect on the hard work, dedication, and perseverance that went into achieving them. When you celebrate in silence, you are also cultivating a deeper sense of self-worth. You learn to value your progress based on your own standards, not the approval or recognition of others. There's a quiet satisfaction in knowing that you've made strides in the right direction, even if no one else sees it yet. This kind of internal validation is essential for long-term success because it's not tied to external factors like praise or acknowledgement. It's rooted in your own belief in your abilities and the journey you're on. Sharing your wins too early, especially the small ones, can sometimes dilute their significance. It can make you reliant on external validation, seeking others' recognition for your efforts instead of recognizing your own growth. There's a certain magic in keeping your progress to yourself and holding on to the small victories for your own reflection. This quiet celebration allows you to deepen your appreciation for the work you've done without the distraction of others' opinions. It allows the joy of your achievements to sink in fully before the outside world weighs in with its judgments. Honoring small wins privately also gives you the opportunity to learn from them. When you share every small step with the world, immediately it can be easy to gloss over the lessons that come with those victories. Celebrating in silence means taking the time to reflect on what went right, what you learned, and how you can improve moving forward. It's about taking ownership of your progress without rushing to have others recognize it before you fully understood its significance. It's important to note that doing it in silence can be a powerful tool too, but getting help on the outside helps you do that a lot faster. There's also power in waiting to shine. When you focus on honoring your small wins privately, you're giving yourself the space to build something truly remarkable before the world notices. It's about allowing your work to grow and evolve in the background without the pressure of public approval. When the time finally comes to share your big wins, they're far more meaningful because they've been shaped by the quiet, consistent effort of those smaller moments. And if you feel like I'm bullshitting here, I genuinely guarantee that this calendar will shed another layer of light. It's in those private celebrations that you refine your craft, hone your skills, and prepare for the moment when you'll shine on a larger scale. The true beauty of success comes not from flaunting every step along the way, but from the quiet dedication that makes the final achievement all the more powerful. It's in the silence of your smaller victories that you prepare yourself for the bigger ones. When you celebrate privately, you build a foundation of strength, resilience, and humility that will carry you through the moments when it's time to share your success with the world. You shine when it's time, not because the world is watching, but because you've honored your journey in every step, no matter how small it seemed at the time. By celebrating in silence, you maintain control of your narrative. You dictate the pace of your journey, and you define your success based on what matters most to you. When the time comes to shine, your achievements will not only speak for themselves, they will have been earned in a way that is deeper and more meaningful than any outward applause could ever express. There is a quiet strength in letting your work, your results, and your achievements do the talking. In a world filled with noise where everyone seems eager to announce their every move, the most powerful statement you can make is through undeniable success. This isn't about keeping your efforts hidden out of fear or shyness. It's about channeling your energy into results that cannot be ignored, about creating something so impactful that it speaks louder than any words ever could. True success doesn't need a spotlight. It shines all on its own, illuminating the path you've walked, the struggles you've overcome, and the hard work you've invested. When you focus on the work itself, rather than on seeking recognition, you build a foundation that is strong, enduring, and unshakable. This kind of success isn't fleeting or superficial. It's the kind of success that lasts, the kind that commands respect because it's rooted in substance, not show. When you allow your success to speak for you, you give yourself the freedom to focus entirely on your craft, your growth, and your purpose. You're not wasting energy trying to prove yourself to others. Instead, you're dedicating everything to the work that matters most. This focus creates a ripple effect. The more you pour into your efforts, the more your results reflect your commitment, and the more undeniable your achievements become. There's a certain confidence that comes with letting your success do the talking. It's a quiet, unwavering belief in yourself and your journey. It's knowing that you don't need to announce your intentions or seek validation for your efforts because the results will speak volumes when the time is right. This kind of confidence is not about arrogance. It's about trust. Trust in your ability to deliver, trust in the process, and trust that the work you're doing is enough. Letting your success speak for you also shifts the narrative from words to action. Anyone can talk about their plans, their dreams, and their goals, but it's the results that separate those who merely talk from those who truly achieve. Success is the ultimate proof, the ultimate validation. It silences doubt, counters criticism, and eliminates the need for explanation. When your achievements are evident, they speak louder than anything you could ever say. By allowing your success to be the loudest statement, you also set an example for others. You show that actions truly do speak louder than words, that real success is built on hard work, perseverance, and authenticity. This approach inspires those around you to focus on their own efforts, to trust the process, and to let their own success unfold naturally. It creates a culture of excellence, one that values results over rhetoric and substance over showmanship. Letting your success speak for you isn't about staying silent forever. It's about being intentional with your voice. When you let your work lead, you save your words for moments that truly matter, for conversations that add value, and for opportunities that align with your purpose. You don't need to shout to be heard because your success amplifies your voice in ways that words alone never could. There is a dignity in restraint, in knowing when to stay quiet and when to let the impact of your actions carry the message. It's a dignity rooted in confidence, in humility, and in an unshakable belief in the power of what you're creating. When you let your success speak for you, you're not just achieving, you're building a legacy. But a legacy that doesn't need fanfare to be recognized, a legacy that resonates through the undeniable force of your results. And a legacy that proves the loudest statement of all is success itself. Success built in the dark carries a power that no spotlight can imitate, is forged in the silence of your commitment, the discipline of your daily grind, and the faith you hold even when no one is watching. When you trust the process, focus on the work, and honor your journey without seeking applause, you create something unshakable, a foundation so strong that your achievements will speak louder than anything you could ever say. So, embrace the shadows, for that is where the magic happens. Celebrate your small wins in silence, learn from every setback, and let your unwavering dedication carry you forward. And when the time is right, let your success shine so brightly that the world has no choice but to notice. You don't need to chase validation. The undeniable force of your work will echo louder than any words. Build in the dark and let your success be the light that illuminates your path.